17 Nostradamus Predictions for 2022. Michel de Nostradamus, better known as Nostradamus, was born in 1503 in Provence. Future forecasts are rarely taken seriously, but when they come from the venerable Nostradamus, things appear to shift. According to Nostradamus' prophecies, he predicted a number of significant events. The seer claimed that the forecast he made was based on judicial astrology, which he defines as the astrology of judging or analyzing the value of an occurrence. He studied astrology as well as a number of other esoteric sciences and combined them to produce his forecasts. Nostradamus' work is divided into centuries and consists of several hundred quatrains, or stanzas of 4 lines. There are a lot of metaphors there. Take a look at some of Nostradamus' predictions for 2022. We must warn you right away, some of them are really negative. The following quatrains are from Nostradamus' original work, which was published in 1955. Here are some of Nostradamus' predictions for 2022. 1. The US dollar will collapse. According to Nostradamus, inflation will spiral out of control in 2022, the US dollar will collapse, and gold, silver, and Bitcoin will be considered assets in which more money should be invested. The copies of gold and silver inflated, which after the theft were thrown into the lake, at the discovery that all is exhausted and dissipated by the debt. All scrips and bonds will be wiped out. 2. Putin will be assassinated in 2022. At least 5 assassination attempts have been made against Russian President Vladimir Putin. He will die in 2022, during a stormy night while sailing on the sea and being struck by lightning. The great man will be struck down in the day by a thunderbolt, an evil deed foretold by the bearer of a petition. According to the prediction, another falls at night time. Conflict at Reims, London, and a pestilence in Tuscany. 3. Nostradamus predicts a huge hurricane in France in 2022. In France and many other regions of the world, a massive hurricane has caused fires, droughts, and floods. There will be a worldwide hunger. The cities of Tours, Orleans, Blois, Angers, Reims, and Nantes are troubled by sudden change. Tents will be pitched by people of foreign tongues, rivers, darts at Rennes, shaking of land and sea. 4. Artificial intelligence will attack human race. Your single computer will be able to mimic a small village's brainpower. Computers with a human-computer link will awaken and regard humanity, their creators and masters, as mentally inferior. Humanity will be destroyed by robots. Those of Lake Geneva and of Macon, all assembled against those of Aquitaine, many Germans, many more Swiss, they will be routed along with those of the humane. 5. Explosion in the Mediterranean Sea east of the Minorca island. During a nuclear bomb test near the island of Minorca in the Mediterranean, the sky will burst with a massive explosion that will spread across the atmosphere, or missile. 5 and 40 degrees the sky will burn, fire drawing near to the new city scattered great flame will explode when the Normans will be tested. 6. Asteroid shower will destroy Earth, Geminids Meteors December 14, 2022. Very near Och, Lecture and Miranda great fire will fall from the sky for 3 nights. The cause will appear both stupefying and marvelous, shortly afterwards there will be an earthquake. The quatrain above suggests that the Earth will be hit by an asteroid shower. Giant tidal waves might cover the area and cause severe disturbance if a large enough boulder crashes into the ocean. Tsunamis could result after an earthquake, and rising sea levels could cause enormous harm. 7. A devastating nuclear bomb will explode in 2022. A nuclear bomb will explode and produce climate changes and changes in the Earth's position in the heavens. For 40 years the rainbow will not appear. For 40 years it will be seen every day. The arid Earth will grow more dry and great floods when it will be seen. 8. 3 days of darkness. A nuclear bomb will detonate, causing climate change and shifting the Earth's location in the sky. The time of the year may be autumn, for there will be snow on the mountains, but not yet in the lowlands. The sign of the cross will appear in the heavens. The war will end as quickly as it began, and a natural phenomenon will end it. The last battle will be near Cologne, and it will be won by the West. No more modern lifestyle with its conveniences will exist after 3 days of darkness. Whole nations will vanish. 2/3 of mankind will be abandoned by God. 9. An army of robots will destroy humanity. There are far too many people on our planet. Artificially intelligent robots will develop the intellect of a mouse, then a rat, then a cat, then a dog, and finally a monkey. They have the potential to become dangerous, lose control, and even kill people. Tears, cries and laments, howls, terror, hard and human, cruel, black and chilly, lake of Geneva the Isles, of Genoa the notables, blood to pour out, wheat famine to none mercy. 10. Cloning humans will bring chaos to Earth. Cloning humans will begin in 2022 and has the potential to improve human genetics while also posing a threat to humanity's extinction. There's a chance you'll end up with a colony of identical people if you make several clones. These cloned individuals may contract the same diseases or be vulnerable to the same viruses, and a single virus could wipe out a population across a broad area, or possibly an entire species. Beneath the holy earth of a soul the faint voice heard, human flames seen to shine as divine, it will cause the earth to be stained with the blood of the monks, and to destroy the holy temples for the impure ones. 11. The next pope will be the Antichrist. The emergence of an Antichrist is one of the more unsettling predictions that have been derived from Nostradamus' writings. The arrival of the dictator is portrayed as more terrible and devastating than the previous two Antichrists foreseen by Nostradamus to break the earth, Napoleon and Hitler. The Antichrist very soon annihilates the 27 years the blood of his war will last. The unbelievers are dead, captive, exiled, with blood, human bodies, water and red hail covering the earth. 12. A new wave of plaque is coming, a war between humans and vampires. A family of incredibly powerful and power-hungry vampires, 3 brothers, will spread a disease that will kill many people in order to dominate the world. Blood, conflict, and famine are all mentioned by Nostradamus in the same line, and a destructive virus will wipe off a third of the population. Those at ease will suddenly be cast down, the world put into trouble by 3 brothers. Their enemies will seize the marine city, hunger, fire, blood, plague, all evils doubled. From the vain enterprise honor and undeserved complaint, boats tossed about among the Latins, cold, hunger, waves. Not far from the Tiber the land stained with blood, and diverse plagues will be upon mankind. 13. London bombings. More bombs will be detonated in central London, with the Islamic State terrorist organization claiming responsibility for the attacks. No just blood they shall spill in London town, anathema singe 6 times 23. The ancient dame from high shall tumble down. Of that same sect shall many murdered be. 14. The beginning of World War III. Nostradamus often mentions the possibility of a third world war in his decades of quatrains. Since 9/11, it seems as though the world has been on the verge of chemical warfare, and the avalanche of evidence implies that the attack was planned by Europe's and America's powerful elites. After 22 years, the situation is becoming increasingly dangerous. The next quatrain suggests that World War III is closer than we think. Its coming is heralded by the Republican Party's demise in the United States. 1 year before the Italian conflict, Germans, Gauls, Spaniards for the fort, the Republican schoolhouse will fall. There, except for a few, they will be choked dead. Century II, Quatrain 38. The Republican schoolhouse is the U.S. government, which is at its lowest popularity ever in history at the time of writing. 15. Aliens will invade Earth in 2022, a new age is coming. Towards Aquitaine by the British Isles by these themselves great incursions. Rains, frosts will make the soil uneven, Port Saline will make mighty invasions. Aliens are planning a huge attack on Earth in the coming year. Aliens will alter our DNA and make us more calm, allowing us to live a long and happy life. 16. The death of Kim Jong-Un. In the 14th quatrain of Centuria IV, Nostradamus predicts the disappearance of the North Korean leader. The sudden death of the first character aura changed and put another in reign. Kim Jong-un would therefore be the victim of an unexpected accident. However, his succession is already assured since a member of his family will be in charge of the country. 17. Mankind will be destroyed by the appearance of a black hole that will lead to the reversal of the magnetic poles. The presence of a black hole can be deduced by its interaction with matter and by the emission of electromagnetic radiation. The proximity of the Earth to this black hole will lead to a destabilization of the magnetic poles. Due to the decrease in the intensity of the Earth's magnetic field during the process of reversing the magnetic poles, the shielding effect of the magnetic field decreases, and a greater amount of harmful radiation reaches the Earth's surface. In conclusion, Nostradamus was an ambitious astrologer, very concerned with his glory, but also a doctor traumatized by the misfortunes of his time. 455 years after his death, Nostradamus became a planetary icon, instantly recognizable.